All right, guys, we have Rakeem Boyd. Do you want to get us started?
Or did you say, Jacob, did you say Bob?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, Rakeem, it's good to see you. Well, man, I know running against Georgia was tough sledding, and then you got hurt. Just how good does it feel to be? I assume you're healthy. How's your ankle feeling? Just how good it feel to have that big breakout game last week against the Aggies?
It feels pretty good to have a breakout game after, what I've been going through, the injuries and stuff like that. So I'm all good now.
Did that mean anything to you because it was a college station where you started things? Did that mean anything extra to you?
That did mean a lot to me. I mean, getting 100 yards against a number 8 opponent in the country was, awesome for me and my old line. You know what I mean? My old line did an amazing job. So we had some stuff going into that game.
Curtis.
Hey, Rakeem, obviously you put the professional dreams on hold for a year to come back and work on some things, but also to really help kind of turn this program around. So now that that's kind of happening, you guys are seeing some success. How rewarding has that been for you?
Oh man, it's been awesome, man. Every day I'm like, man, I'm so happy I came back. You know what I mean? If I'd have left, I would never know what, beating a SC team felt like. You know what I mean? So, and I can tell you, it's a good feeling. It is a good feeling.
Hutch.
Rakeem, y'all racked up, I think, 222 yards as a team against Texas A&M, kind of a breakout game on the ground for the team as a whole. Hudson said he wants to get like a 400-yard rushing game down the stretch. I mean, what are your expectations for the run game moving forward?
That excites me. I mean, it's only going to get better. You know what I mean? And I can't run by myself. You know what I mean? So the line got to do their job, and they've been doing amazing. So in order to run, we need those guys, and those guys have been awesome up front. You know what I mean? Just wonderful in my eyes. We got little things to work on, but man, those guys have worked so hard to get the backs holes and stuff like that.
Nate.
Rakeem, that first run you carried, you got the 10 yards. How big was that just as far as getting in rhythm and kind of getting your confidence going again? First time you carried the ball.
The whole week, everyone, you know what I'm saying, kept telling me, man, you need your confidence back. He was like, let's get it rolling. So coach was like, man, the whole team needs to start fast. You know what I mean? Our whole thing has been to start fast, you know what I mean? So we got out there and we started fast, you know what I mean? Let's pick up the first down and get it rolling. And we went out there and let drive, and that's what we did.
Got to unmute myself there. Still getting used to these Zooms. Hey, Rakeem, obviously tight end was kind of a question mark coming in because Hudson hadn't played very much, and Blake hadn't played a whole lot either. And now it seems like those guys are both pretty good 1-2 punch there. What's been your take on those two guys? What they're giving you guys at tight end?
Man, those two are giving us looks you know what I'm saying, we haven't had here in the. I mean, we've had it. But I'm saying those guys are just working with each other, blocking and running and stuff like that, and catching the ball. So they're doing a lot, you know what I mean? And this offense, to be a tight end, it's a lot to know, you know what I mean? And I'm very proud of those guys, how they've stepped up in big ways, and how Hudson has stepped up tremendously in big games, you know what I mean? From the first game when we saw him, and Kern is just, man, he's came a long way. He's getting there.
I was afraid to ask you about Traylon Burks too. He's obviously made some highlight catches, and he's been running the ball, just doing a lot of different things with touches. What's your take on him? What he's giving you guys?
That guy, we all know that guy is a freak, man. That guy, he can do it all. You want him to play quarterback, he probably throw you a 50-yard pass. Running back, anything. Just he's an all-around player. Glad we're glad to have him.
Nate.
Rakeem, just what have you seen out of Tennessee's defense? Just kind of how do they stack up compared to others you played?
They're the way they do things is kind of similar to, you know what I'm saying, Georgia. Not necessarily like the guys, but I'm saying the way they do things is similar to Georgia. So I mean, they kind of switch out their linemen, and some of the linebackers wants to be a little patient. Then when they see it, they want to be quick to the ball. So it's a lot of good stuff there, and all around good defense. You know what I've been seeing. You know what I mean? So that's about it.
Thanks.
Hey, Rakeem, going back to the big rushing game that you guys had on Saturday, I mean, you had 100 yards and Felipe was right behind you there. He had 91. It's just curious what you thought about seeing him pick up that kind of yardage on the ground, and then just maybe your overall thoughts on working with him this year.
Man, working with Felipe is just awesome. I mean, we've got a good connection, and every time we're in the backfield, he like, man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm like, man, you better, you know what I mean? So, and like I said, I was proud of Felipe running that ball, you know. And when you look at your quarterback at the end of the day and you see him running the football, you can say that's a tough guy right there, man. You know what I mean? So that just makes our team traits is physical. You know what I mean? This is a physical football team, and that's what we wanna be. And he's also a physical quarterback. Toughness. The kid's a tough guy. But he gave me a spark once I seen him break out and stuff like that. So I said, man, I gotta get me one.
Rakeem, now that you're 5 games in a season, do you feel like the offense is starting to get more comfortable with what y'all are trying to do with Coach Bryles?
Yes, sir. The offense is, like I said, it's just a few things that we had to go clean up. And I mean, now we're kind of getting it all together, and it is coming together good. I mean, I love what Browns do. And we just got to keep working at it and executing our assignments.
Rakeem, you had 8 different quarterbacks the last 2 years handing you the ball. How good is it to have some stability there with Felipe? And just what do you thought of how he's played this season?
I can't complain. You know what I mean? The dude, I feel like he don't do nothing wrong. You know what I mean? He helps me out in ways that, I might not line up right here. Go right there, you know what I mean? So it's a lot. And I mean, with protection, he knows I'll be on it, but he'll already just remind me, you know what I mean? So he's just one of those guys that make sure when you're on the field with him, you're gonna just do your job. You're gonna be fine. So, and that's what I really love about him. He's passionate in what he does, and when he's up at QB, he's real serious.
One more, obviously Traylon Smith redshirted last year. Now you guys seem like you're a pretty good 1-2 punch. He filled in pretty well when you were out, and now both of you got going the other night. How good a combination do you think you guys are now?
Oh man, when y'all say the Darren McFadden and the Felix Jones, I think that's, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of us, you know what I mean? So that 1-2 punch that's been awesome. It's been giving teams problems, you know what I mean? So, and I can't complain. I like doing it, you know what I mean? So Traylon's a good back.
Thanks.
All right, does anybody have any more?
We'll wrap us up. Thanks, Rakeem.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Rakeem.